Welcome to Bayan, the world's first hybrid programming language. Bayan breaks all traditional rules by merging three distinct programming patterns into one unified syntax. First, imperative programming for your traditional sequential code. Second, object-oriented programming with full support for classes, inheritance, and polymorphism. And third, logic programming using Prolog-style facts, rules, and queries. The core idea is simple yet revolutionary. Write everything in one Bayan file. No more switching between Python for procedural tasks, Java for object-oriented design, and Prolog for logic. Everything lives together in one unified syntax with seamless integration between all three patterns. So why is Bayan different? The first key feature is real pattern merging, not just compilation. This isn't about bundling different languages together. It's about true integration where all three paradigms work as one. Let me walk you through a practical example that demonstrates Bayan's hybrid capabilities. The code starts with procedural programming, creating a student data array with Arabic names and their grades. Then we move into object-oriented programming by defining a student class with initialization and grade properties. Here's where it gets interesting. We integrate logic programming by using asserts to add student facts to our knowledge base. Now we can query the system to search for students with grades of 90 or above. The results show our distinguished students, Fatima with 95 and Ali with 92. This brings us to the second key feature, full bilingual support for both Arabic and English. You can write your code entirely in Arabic, entirely in English, or mix both languages seamlessly in the same file. Let me show you the bilingual syntax flexibility in action. In English syntax, you write if x is greater than 10, print large. In Arabic syntax, you write the same logic using Arabic keywords. And here's the beautiful part. You can mix them. Write your loop in Arabic, but use English for the print statement. The third key feature is the causal semantic system, a unique feature for expressing causal relationships in a queryable way. You can define relationships like an increase in something activates an incident with a strength of 1.0, then query these relationships to understand cause and effect. The fourth feature is the entity system for modeling dynamic interactions. This system lets you model entities, their states, and how they interact with each other in a structured, queryable way. Let me continue with the entity system demonstration. We define an Ahmed entity with states for hunger at 0.6 and energy at 0.8. Then we define a kitchen entity with actions. The feed action has effects on the hunger state using a formula that reduces hunger by 0.4. We apply the action with kitchen.feed on Ahmed, then query his new hunger state. The result shows hunger reduced to 0.2. Now let's talk about the technical architecture. Bayan is built on Python, working as an interpreter on top of Python. It includes a custom lexer and parser specifically designed to analyze Bayan's unique syntax. There's an internal logic engine for executing facts and rules. And we're proud to say we have 100% test success rate with 379 tests passing. Bayan uses a unique syntax format. You don't need indentation. Instead, we use colons and braces to define blocks, and no semicolons are required. If you have a condition, write if condition colon, open brace, do something, close brace. For loops work the same way. Now for the standout features. First, the integrated web IDE runs Bayan directly in your browser. This is perfect for those who can't install development environments. It includes bilingual autocompletion and searchable examples with filtering. Second, Bayan is AI-ready with built-in AI and machine learning libraries like Softmax, PCA, and TF-IDF. It has ready integration with ChatGPT, Claude, and Gemini. System prompts are ready for language models, and we have over 632 organized prompt files for model access. Third, the graphics system supports direct SVG rendering, waveforms including sine, square, and triangle, and free drawing in both Arabic and English with live preview in the web IDE. Fourth, full support for async await and other modern features. Here are examples of modern features. Async await lets you write asynchronous code with async def fetch data, using await for HTTP requests and returning JSON. Generators use yield to create sequences like the Fibonacci sequence. Context managers handle resources safely with the with statement for file operations. Now for ideal use cases. First, education. Teaching programming with 3 patterns in one language makes it perfect for beginners, especially with Arabic support and interactive examples in the Web IDE. Second, AI and expert systems, merging logic with machine learning, using the causal reasoning system for interpretation, and running logical queries on data. Third, Arabic programming. Bayan is the first true programming language with complete Arabic support, suitable for Arabic projects and content, with Arabic text processing built in without needing external libraries. The fourth use case is scientific research, exploring hybrid programming paradigms, modeling complex relationships, and developing knowledge systems. To install and use Bayan, clone the repository from GitHub, navigate to the Bayan directory, and run a simple example with Python examples hello.py. Or launch the Web IDE with Python webid/app.py and access it at rule 227.0.01501/I. Here's a Hello World example showing bilingual output, Hello World, and the Arabic greeting. The project statistics are impressive: 154 files, 41,889 lines of code, 379 tests with a 100% success rate, and over 5,594 lines of documentation. The project includes over 10 complete examples demonstrating 3 programming patterns in one unified syntax. Important links include the main repository on GitHub at NLP Bayan, the developer guide, roadmap, language guide, and AI integration guide. The project welcomes contributions under the MIT license. See contributing.md for details. The developer is Basel Yahya Abdullah with assistance from AI language models. Here's the summary for developers. Bayan is a bold experiment in rethinking how we write code. If you're interested in modern hybrid programming, working in the AI field, wanting to support Arabic content in programming, or looking for a strong educational tool, then Bayan deserves your experimentation and contribution. One important note: while the core idea and basic implementation are very strong, the project is currently in an active development phase. Being built on Python, the current performance is limited. However, this is just a note about the present state. The fundamental concept and execution are solid, and the project continues to evolve and improve.